So there we have the St. Peter's Square, a communistic square because it's so empty, nothing on it. Underneath there's a parking garage, and here is the St. Peter's Abbey, and over there you have Kina, which is a children museum. Since we are grown-up children and not small children, we will not go in there. We have bad experiences with the Nemo Museum in Amsterdam, and yeah, we're gonna go into the St. Peter's Abbey. So we are at the Abbey. It's actually free to enter it and to visit it. You only pay if you want to use an audio guide, but we don't like audio guides because it takes 1.5 hours. We don't want to spend that time. Also, we like to explore freely more than listen to an audio guide.
Right.
Oh.
I'm not sure.
You are not sure? Okay, then we'll take one audio guide. After that weird introduction, we get into a room where we discover the real theme of this exposition, which is society and its values, and well, how different people can be, how we can discover that through photography. That's why you see many pictures, videos and audio that relates to that theme. A corner of a street tells you as much as your morning newspaper. It's clear an Asturian person was here, and it was not me. This is the garden of the Abbey. It's also very beautiful. It's a bit dry because it's not raining much. They also have vineyards. Okay, so we got lost in the Abbey. It's confusing.
Very confused.
Well, eventually we found our way back. So we are back on track. Now we are going to the center of Ghent. All of this was not the center, it was the outskirts. And it's already, yeah, what is it? Almost 3 o'clock or something. Yeah. University. So an interesting building. I guess that's the old university building. So you can see some canals, but they are definitely not as beautiful as the ones in Brugge yesterday. Let's see if that changes when we are at the old city center. So yeah, this is St. Bavo, the Cathedral of Ghent. It's clearly in the Gothic style, built in the Schelde and Brabant Gothic. So local Gothic from this area basically. So this square has the St. Bavo's Cathedral behind us, and then if we turn like this, we have the town hall with the belfry. The belfry is just like the one in Brugge. You can go up there for a price. The museum pass is not included, and from there you can see all of Ghent. There are some cafes here and buildings in the Art Deco style that are now used as private apartments and hotels. This is a very interesting building with black columns. Maybe this is the town hall, that's Stadshal.
Yeah, I think so.
And yeah, the flag of East Flanders next to the flag of Flanders and Belgium. This is the Friday Square. You can see all the old buildings. But there's a very interesting story about this. This square is basically, you could interpret it like this, where England began. England was made out of small counties and confusing small borders that didn't make much sense, and it was not really a united country. With Edward III of the House of Plantagenets, there was a young brave man who had a lot of ambition to unite England, and not only that, reconquer the territories that his forefathers had bought in France. After 100 years, the right of having those territories expired, and that went back to the House of Valois, the House of the Kingdom of France. Back then, when Edward III decided to start a conflict with France, the one at the crown in France was Philip VI. Edward III came to this square to deliver a speech to the Flemish people to start festivities, jousting and other medieval traditions. But it was not a normal speech. He came with a banner with 4 quadrants, 2 quadrants with the 3 lions on a red background that was the English shield, and the other 2 quadrants representing the French fleur-de-lis. That was an insult to the French crown. They were like, you are England, a country of peasants, and we are France, a country of nobility, a country that is strong, rich, wealthy. And Edward was like, but you, France, are mine, because we have territories in Gascony that are English, that we bought, and you have no right to steal them from us. So the conflict of the 100 Years' War started after this event here in Ghent, and 116 years passed. The war ended. No one really won, and both won at the same time. With Joan of Arc, the brave female soldier who slaughtered many British troops, the French regained a lot of ground that they had lost during the war, and the English achieved their goal of uniting as a country and establishing English not as as a language of peasants, but generally of all the population. English became more prominent among academics. It was just mixed outcomes because of that war, but because of that, England established itself as a country. So that was a long history lesson, but I think it was worth it. So we are now inside a former cotton factory. Now it's an industry museum. It looks at the history of the city of Ghent, and Ghent was a very industrial city until 1970 or something like that, and then it changed its economic sector. This is how they make laces with machines and other pieces of cloth. In the past it was all manually, and then with industrialization it changed. We are talking about the time of the 1800s, more or less, until the 1900s, You also see those sewing machines.
Was een avonddag met een leger. Niks te zeggen thuis. Maar we hebben de tijd. Ik heb een alles. We begonnen als helpster, een winnaar.
Here you can interact with a kind of screen that changes with the map. With the houses, and if you press one of these there, it tells a bit about what is there. Here you can also see how embossing papers works. So you place it there and then you press this. Oh, or you need to press but like that. Yeah, and then this has a relief. This computer reminded me of a certain meme.
Dear Mr. Scully, Mac rules the world. Your Mac friend, Brent Rambo.
So, we are done with the Industry Museum of Ghent. Technically there's another museum, but that's about life in the 19th century.
I'm not completely sure.
I am not sure.
It's about daily life.
Yeah, I think it's not really necessary for us to go there. We are already pretty tired because Ghent is enormous. It's bigger than Brugge for sure. And I don't know. We'll just either go to the Airbnb or eat something somewhere. But we're the third. We also have a bit more beautiful streets here in Ghent, but it's definitely more car friendly, not so good for pedestrians. I mean, more car friendly than or more pedestrian friendly than Brugge. So, and right now we are in the graffiti street. It's full of graffitis on both sides, and yeah, it's a kind of attraction from Ghent. And now we are back at the area of the town hall and the St. Pavo's Cathedral. So and now we are going into the main shopping street, which is here at the St. Nicholas Church. So this church, so it's left, and then you have that building over there, also in a kind of Baroque style, Baroque Gothic. Now we are going in the direction of the station, but we don't know. We should have dinner here. If we go with the train, I think it's quite late to eat dinner, so maybe we eat something here. So we're gonna search for a good place, nothing fancy, something to fill up our bellies. So we actually discovered a good place with ramen and other stuff. They might have rice. It's Japanese, Asian.
Yeah.
So also safe for you.
Yeah, without gluten.
Yeah. This is the bridge again that we crossed in the morning with one of the canals. So this is a Japanese place and it's closed. They have holidays.
Pity.
Yep. In the end we just bought some kind of curry, rice with chicken and Angus burger. And yeah, that was Ghent, basically the capital of East Flanders. So that's the station in the background, St. Peter's. So we are pretty tired now. We walked all the way from the center of Ghent, which is very big, to the station. We didn't take any trams today as we were not expecting to walk so much, so we are super tired now. And we're gonna eat here at the station while we are waiting for our train to Dendermonde. Brugge was definitely better, Namur as well. Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, she agrees. Okay, so I think we are tired, so we will stop there and see you tomorrow in Brussels. One more thing, so this is my curry rice chicken that we are eating here at the station, and my wife has the black Angus, which is inside of that sauce. Yeah, let's enjoy in Ghent. I am not sure.